Guys, you're watching the Artist Report. Yay! And I'm with superstar stuntman Eddie Perez.
Thanks.
And of course, we start streaming, and you can hear this right in the background. We're not in New York right now, but you're from New York.
Yes.
So you're used to the sound of.
Yeah, this feels right at home.
Yeah. Good.
I see somebody screaming, "Shut up!"
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. Now, how long have you been in LA?
25 years now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, about 25 years.
And how did you become a stunt person? Did you just wake up one day and decide to do crazy things?
Yeah, it was only that easy. I started out working as a bodyguard, then a personal trainer.
Uh-huh.
And I trained like Mickey Rourke and Anthony
so
Michael.
Cool.
And from that, people started saying, "Why aren't you doing stunts?" And I go, "I don't know, why am I not?" So I went to a stunt school and then just started progressing from there.
You went to there's schools for stunts?
There are, I think there still are some. Then there was Paul Stater, who was from was an older stuntman in Malibu, taught people and just the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to know other people. I mean, you have right now there's some driving schools you can take and go to, and you've got in the valley you've got Jam that a lot of people train at. So there's gyms where people train. You've got what else? Let's see, what else is there?
That's awesome.
Yeah, you've got Tempest, which is free running school, where you have a lot of people that are stunt people from there.
That's so cool.
That evolve from there.
That's awesome. Is it dangerous?
That's
how I always want to do it, but I'm scared. I'm very scared.
It's a calculated risk, is what I like to call it. So, I mean, there's a risk to everything in life, but you're going in knowing there's a risk.
Gotcha.
And my job is to hopefully make sure that nobody gets hurt. I mean, nobody intentionally goes in, I think, ever thinking somebody's gonna get hurt, but you have to be, vigilant about everything that's going on and be aware.
Wow, I've done a few of my own stunts.
Okay, good.
I know I talk to a lot of stunt people. They get angry at me sometimes. They're like, "No, you're the reason why we're out of work," and I'm like, "Well, if you're doing a low budget thing and they can't afford it."
Yeah, it's not that. I would tell actors, and it's not a matter of that you can't do the stunt.
Yeah.
I mean, people are people.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own physical background and everything. It's a matter of if you have 5 pages of dialogue that day, and you've got stunts in the morning, and then you tweak your back or your neck or something, now you have to act all day with that injury. When you have a stunt person does it, they go home. They're done.
That's awesome.
So you have to realize what your career is and what your end game is. If you're a performer, do the performing. I mean, there's some stunts you can do, obviously, but when it comes to doing it over and over again, your body sooner or later is gonna not enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, one of the stunts that I did was like this fight choreography, which I think is kind of like I feel like a lot of actors should know fight choreography, but I worked with a stunt person and they showed me the stunt coordinator and they showed me like the moves to like kill the zombie.
Yeah,
so that was cool.
It's body awareness.
Yeah. So if you were talking to an actor who was like wanting to get into stunts or wanting to learn, I guess, some stunts so that they could get cast in more roles, what would you advise them?
Like I said, go to you've got Jam, that everybody there is more than helpful. Tempest, everybody's great there, and just find people to train with. Any sort right now, with MMA and everything, you've got so many great schools, so many great athletes that are more than willing to help you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, do you feel like you have to take care of your body a certain way because of all the exercise that you do?
I hope I do. I've always tried to anyhow. And I think that's one of the joys of doing stunts, is that I have to stay in shape. Yeah. Whether I like it or not.
Do you work out every day, or?
No, I do a little bit at home, not as much as I used to. I'm trying to do more, as you evolve and your body starts not liking certain things, I kind of adapt and adjust. So I've been doing a lot of the bands now and just trying to just do more balance. And I find that I'm enjoying that more.
Like yoga, or?
I'd like to do yoga. I'm trying still. I just can't sit somewhere.
I get bored.
Yeah, I can't sit still.
I get really bored.
I'm like fidgety and I'm like ADD, so I sit there and I'm like, oh, it's just too, I just want to go run. I just want to go run or box or hit something or do something. That calm thing. I
Yeah.
envy anybody that can do it. I'm still trying to learn it.
Uh-huh. Now, what are some of the projects you worked on?
Let's see. Well, I've done Deadpool. I did the opening of Deadpool,
How
the
was
first
that?
one. It was
Wow.
awesome. We had a great time.
So what did you have to do for that?
We did a fight in the car, and then
'Cause
we
those-
flip and crash the car, so it was kind of fun.
Those car crashes were actually real?
No. Well, that one was digital. We did
Uh-huh.
some of it digital and some of it practical, so it was a combination of the two.
That's scary, because I remember watching that thinking like, how the hell did they do all of this?
Yeah, but sometimes you do it for real, so
Uh-huh.
it's kind of fun. And it's
Is it
fun.
fun?
It's fun. Yeah, you're going for a ride. You know,
Oh my
it's a fun
God.
ride. It's like, I don't know, going to an amusement park.
Oh wow.
So for me,
That's
it's
so
kind of
scary.
fun. I did Sicario,
Uh-huh.
which recently, and I just did the Quentin Tarantino movie, which was fun.
How was that?
Once upon a time.
How was working with Tarantino?
It was good. It was good. It was fun. You know, he was intense
Uh-huh.
as he always is, and he's got a great vision. So it's nice to watch him
Uh-huh.
work. And
That's so cool.
it was interesting.
Uh-huh. That's so awesome. That's so amazing. Now, do you ever get like lines from doing stunt work?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I do a lot. I play myself a lot and play the bad guy a lot. So
Uh-huh.
that's kind of that was my in really.
Yeah.
The tattoos and everything. So
You get to
you
play
know,
the bad
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Like you know, on Deadpool, Sicario, that was casted for most of them.
Uh-huh.
I get casted for most of the stuff I do, so I play myself.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of fun, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, inadvertently, a lot of my friends who were actors like, you work more than we do as an actor, and you're not an actor. I was like, yeah, I guess I can do both.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like because you work out so much, it's just like in super shape.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And you're probably very brave. Like, if you had to go on an audition, do you get scared? Does it work both ways? Like, are you like a totally fearless person?
No, because I'm horrible at remembering my lines. So when I play the bad guy, at least if they let me go do my thing,
Uh-huh.
I'm better at just doing what I do.
Uh-huh.
Than actually sometimes, like, simple stuff, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I give anybody credit that can do a monologue and get through that. That is, for me, is painful.
Uh-huh.
But I love being behind the camera. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm doing Snowfall right now. I just started season 3.
Wow.
Stunt coordinating, and then we're going on season 10 of Shameless. So.
Oh,
I'm
that's
kinda-
amazing.
yeah,
I
it's
love
kinda
that
fun,
show.
Yeah, so it's fun.
So what do you do on Shameless?
Stunt coordinator.
Wow.
Yeah, I've won 2 Emmys for that show, so
That's
it's kind of fun.
amazing. That's so
So
cool.
yeah, that's my home, and
Uh-huh.
I love everybody there. It's an amazing family.
Yeah.
You know.
And how long have you been on that show?
I've been on it for 8 years now.
8 years. Wow.
Yeah.
A couple of my friends were on that show. I think Shauna Malcolm. I don't know. She had like maybe reoccurring, but
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So what are some of the stunts that happen on Shameless? Or
We've done some car crashes. A lot of stuff we do with Frank
uh-huh.
is the questionable stuff
Yeah.
that we do that he does. He's always scamming.
Yeah.
So he's always getting somewhere in
Uh-huh.
trouble that he has to get out of. So, with this season now, I think the other day, something aired that we did the Hobo Olympics. So we did that where he tried to jump on a train and gets pulled off a train. And
Wow.
so we kind of have, a lot of interesting stunts on that show.
Yeah. That's so cool. And can you say the most dangerous stunt you ever did, or they're all?
I don't know, level of danger, I think it's all subjective.
Uh-huh.
Because some people fear something or
Yeah.
are weaker in something and they say, oh, that was the worst thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
So, it's all been good.
Uh-huh.
I'm grateful for
Yeah.
that I work and keep my phone still rings.
That's amazing. Yeah, and you're working on multiple shows right now.
Yeah,
doing
right now.
coordinating work. That's
Well,
amazing.
right now, because Shameless doesn't start till June.
Uh-huh.
So I just started Snowfall. We're on episode 2 now.
Uh-huh.
And I'm doing another series in New Mexico that I fly back and forth from Santa Fe
Which show?
with Sir Ben Kingsley. It's called Our Lady, and that's season 1.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, my
What
friend-
network is that going to be on?
It's going to be on Epix.
Awesome.
And yeah, so I've got somebody there helping me,
Uh-huh.
and we go back and forth as needed.
So you seem like very busy. How do you even have time to work out? Like, how do you?
Do it at home. I get up in the morning, do my workouts at home.
Do you watch like a video workout, or
No,
what
I
do you
just
just
do
you just do whatever you
feel
yeah.
like, and then I have 2 dogs, so
That's a workout.
we get up every morning and we do a few miles.
What kind of dogs?
A Shih Tzu and a little terrier, 2 little guys. They're
So
cool.
cute.
Yeah, those are my buds.
Yeah, I have a schnoodle, a
Oh, okay.
schnauzer poodle.
Okay.
It's like my love of my life, so I understand.
Yeah.
But what do you do when you're working on sets for long periods of times and you have your dogs? Do you have to get a dog sitter, or you bring them to set, or
I
how
have
does
a
that?
dog sitter, or I bring them sometimes.
Oh,
I mean, depending
yeah.
on if I go on location,
Uh-huh.
I will bring them sometimes with me. So
Uh-huh.
keep me
That's
company, and it gives me kind of
uh-huh.
a stable way of life.
And what's an audition like for a stunt person? Because I've never auditioned for a stunt. Is it different then, or you have to do like?
It depends. A lot of times now, because of people's reels and
Uh-huh.
you work with people you know,
Yeah.
it's not as much of an audition process as like, oh, I
Uh-huh.
need somebody. Okay, I know that person. That's who
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go with. You know, some films will have auditions,
Uh-huh.
especially. I know some of my friends, when they go to Atlanta and you don't know the town and don't know the people, you'll
Yeah.
go up an audition just to see
Uh-huh.
what people can do, and from there,
Yeah.
it's more like a dance audition.
Okay.
I think that's a dance troupe.
Yeah,
Everybody goes in.
I used to be a dancer,
Okay,
so
so
I
you
understand. It's like a
understand
cattle
that,
call.
yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, and
Yeah,
lots
everybody's
of
sizing
makeup.
each other
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
Oh, so
Who's more
my
muscular?
type, yeah. So
That's
it's fun.
that's awesome. Now, one of the last questions I'm going to ask you: how do you get auditions as a stunt person? Do you have to go on? Is there like on backstage? Do you see them? Are there open places where people
No,
can get into
well,
it? Or
a lot of times, again, the stunt community is small, so everybody
Uh-huh.
knows each other.
yeah,
So a lot of people know you can act or do something, and when something comes up, like right now in Snowfall, we had the first episode. We had a few people that came up, and I knew some people, so I just send people in I know.
gotcha. Because
You know, because
yeah.
I know they can do a few lines and do the physical part of it
Yeah,
as well.
and they won't embarrass you or.
Yeah, no,
Right.
they can do a
Yeah.
great job, and you know we casted 4 or 5 people,
That's awesome.
which was great, and
Uh-huh.
you know there's so many talented people out there
Uh-huh.
that don't get a chance because you don't have an agent or manager.
Yeah.
You know that whole process. That it's great when you know people and go, hey, what are you doing? Want to come in?
Uh-huh.
See what happens. Like, oh my God, thanks.
Yeah, I wish I think you should do your own like series of like how to do these things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You should do you're like what time? Like
No, yeah, there's always time. I
Yeah.
mean, I think you can always make time.
Uh-huh.
As busy as sometimes things seem, I'm not there full time, so that's
Uh-huh.
why I try to do 2 or 3 things at once.
You're doing like 3 shows right now. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's a
It's the
rush.
first time ever I've done that many, and I'm trying to squeeze in like commercials here and there,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like sometimes like but then the weather,
Yeah.
it rains, and the whole week I have nothing to do.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
nobody's working this week, great.
Well, where can everybody find you if they want to follow you on social media?
Instagram, I am Eddie Perez.
I am Eddie Perez. Nice.
And Facebook, same thing, I am
Uh-huh.
Eddie Perez, and my website is eddieperez.info. If
Awesome.
you want to see reels or see anything behind the scenes,
So
try to put
cool.
stuff out there.
Yeah, I will definitely. I'm definitely. I want to go to these places and actually do
you'd
some.
love Tempest.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Well, great to meet you, Eddie. Guys, make sure you follow him everywhere. And what's the next project or anything you're promoting right now that's coming out or going to be on TV?
Well, yeah, Snowfall I'm working
Snowfall.
on now, so that's a start, and it's great to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Quentin Tarantino movie, Once
When
Upon a
is
Time
that
in
coming
Hollywood,
out?
that comes out in I think July. They moved up the
Awesome.
date.
That's so cool.
So
Oh my God.
that'll be fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Was this your first time working with him? He's one of my favorite directors, so it's so
yes,
cool.
I'd met him before and almost did, but it didn't work out. This
Uh-huh.
was the first time. I was literally supposed to play one role, and then he changed it, and
Uh-huh.
it became more, so it was kind of fun. He was like, no, what are you doing? You're not doing that. I got something for you. Okay.
That's so cool.
So it was kind of funny, and we had a conversation about why
Oh my
he
God.
chose it, because he said I've ruined a few movies for him,
Oh wow.
because he knows I'm going to get killed. So I wound up doing this specific thing because of that.
Oh, that's
so it's
so
kinda
cool.
funny.
That's so awesome. And did you have to audition for him or he just like knew you?
No,
were
I
nice?
actually went in for something, and then he saw the photo, and he's like, no, I'm not wasting him on that. I'm going to move him over to here.
Oh, that's so cool.
And-
So you actually auditioned for it or?
No, I didn't. Zoe Bell, who's the stunt coordinator, is my bud,
Uh-huh.
and she brought me in because they needed a bunch of like bad guys, and they had one particular thing he wanted me to do, and then he saw my picture, and he's like, no, he can't do that. I'm not wasting him. And he's like, you know why? I go, thank you, man. I appreciate it. He goes, no, I just saw you in this one scene instead of the other one, so I switched it. I was like, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's cool, and it's
amazing.
great. He's like that. Denny was the same way when we did Sicario. You didn't audition, just walked in and talked to him.
Wow.
And he wanted about your life and who you are, and then he's like, I'll figure out where you're going to be in the movie. I just want to know who you are first, and then, okay, and he's like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I can trust you not to be like a headache.
No, he's like, he's like, I've seen your resume, I've seen your reels, I know you can do what I need you to do. Now it's a matter of like, I want to know where you fit in my world, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's
that's so cool.
It's a different way, and it's very artistic, and it's like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, hey, you're just saying this line, and it's like, yeah, you're not that guy, you're this guy. So I kind of enjoy that process that they do.
Awesome. Well, it was so cool to have you here, Eddie, and I'm excited for all your stuff.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching the Artist Report. Make sure to follow the Eddie Perez.
I am at
Perez.
Eddie
Perez.
We'll get it.
Well, I am EDDIE
P-E-R-E-Z.
All right.